Everybody, welcome back to the WGLNA Gold League Qualifier number 2. If you're asking yourself, what does the Gold League mean? Well, instead of majors, minors, and the WGLNA Pro League, we're going to call it the Bronze, Silver, and the Gold League, just like Russia does it, to pretty much have the same branding across the world. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the world's going to offer at the Grand Finals happening next year. More details about that will be released. And we have the next matchup coming up in just a little bit, just waiting for all the players to get ready. That is going to be the Doge squad versus T32, best Tier 8 2013.
Is it really the best Tier 8 2013?
Yeah.
I think I can prove by stats that it's not.
Well, stats may offer one story, but I offer a second story.
It's the hard stats, right?
Emotional.
And T32 is all
I'm
that
all
soft
about
stats.
the soft stats, man.
That's what it comes down to.
The romantic stats, that's right. I want to remind everyone as well that's watching, make sure to place your bets for the teams because the top 10 people will take home 2,000 gold, 200,000 credits, 7 days of premium, and the very top person with the most points in our betting system will take home a Tier 8 premium tank, I believe of their choice, but you're going to have to message the admins on that. They will be taking care of it. And holidays are just around the corner. There's also a lot of promotions happening for Tanks Christmas, as they call it. Today is the British Premium Extravaganza that's going on.
I forgot what it's called, but it's awesome.
They have the notice in the game itself.
Let me see.
But also with the history of Christmas and war, and the World Wars, they would have a ceasefire, at least during World War I, where they would actually exchange gifts.
They didn't do it in the Revolutionary.
Not that I.
They crossed the Delaware. George Washington.
Crossed the Delaware. It's Christmas. We're still fighting a war, gentlemen.
Let's gut these people.
Let's go.
Just ruthless.
Let's go.
Could you even imagine it if we actually lost the war?
The Revolutionary
War? The Revolutionary War?
Wow.
And they would be like, well, these no honored people went and they attacked us during Christmas. How dare they? Uncivilized swine.
Well,
that's what they would call us.
Everything changed. They called it guerrilla warfare instead of lining up.
Line it up.
That's right. Okay, we're getting the teams in on both sides here in Himmelsdorf, and that'll be the first map, I believe. Still have to wait for the admin confirmation on that. But speaking of Christmas, a little bit of a lighter side, what do you gentlemen have planned?
I'll start with Rukil.
Oh, I'm planning on going back to Greenville for my Christmas. I'm going to spend time with my family. Might go down to Florida, see my sister and my uncle. But depends.
Visiting family then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll be fun. Maybe see people that I haven't seen in a while, like old school people that are still in Greenville and such.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll be here spending time with my family, or my in-laws, I guess, if you want to call them that. And we're not actually married, but I basically call them my in-laws.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. And what I'll be doing, normally, we'll get together. We just have a great feast, right? And I'll be making lasagna and macaroni and cheese. I do gourmet lasagna mac and cheese. It's legit.
Sounds good, man.
I make my own sauce from scratch, and then I put the lasagna noodles, get the ricotta, get the eggs, get the parsley, chop that up fine, mix it in. Delicious lasagna, maybe like 6 different cheeses. And then for the mac and cheese, it's special. You take Velveeta, right, which obviously it's just delicious. You mix that in with some cheeses. You use Parmigiano Reggiano. You can use a little bit of cheddar, and then you just mix it up, do it right. You have like heavy cream in there. Put a lot of cheddar on top, so it gets that nice brown on top. Let that cook in, not fully though, and then you take Ritz crackers and mash them, and you sprinkle it on top, and you let that bake. And it is divine.
I'm
just absolutely delicious.
Okay, so how fine is that Ritz cracker?
I have to write that down.
So
how fine?
That's what I do with my mac and cheese, and it is the most delicious thing. I think I'm gonna mix it up though. I might add in another ingredient. It might be something crazy like corn, and make it kind of not a casserole obviously, but like I want it to be somewhere in between. That way. It's not just mac and cheese, because mac and cheese is great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's missing something. It's missing some
I know what it is.
added thing. Maybe it's extra pepper.
Bacon.
Maybe it's extra pepper.
Bacon.
Maybe it's it could be like cayenne pepper, something like that.
Bacon.
paprika. I'll probably add in something like that. I actually do a lot of my own creations when I cook.
Yeah, I find that very intriguing because my father did the same as well, and he's a fantastic cook. That's probably why I'm so tall, is because of his cooking.
Of course.
And my mom, she could cook okay, but her specialty was turkey enchiladas right after Thanksgiving. She would make a big plate of it, and I remember I ate, I think, 2/3 of the plate on my own.
That's awesome.
And my family was like, "Why?" You did it? But they were so good. She would put black olives in it and cheese. And I miss that mostly around the holidays. I spent Thanksgiving in China, which I had duck for the first time, which was not the same.
Delicious,
as
right?
It's so good, especially how it's
Delicious,
prepared
yeah.
too. It's almost like a smoked sausage.
Yeah.
Reminds me, and that was great.
It's a nice roast. A lot of times, my mom, back at home, New Jersey, she would, after Thanksgiving, we're not big turkey people. Yeah, we would eat it, but a lot of times we would do ham and turkey because we really like ham. And what she would do with the turkey is make it into like a tuna turkey casserole. And then with the ham, she would make just the most divine split pea soup with ham in it.
Oof.
And just
Ah,
absolutely
I
delicious.
know all our viewers are going crazy right now.
I know.
for
And
how hungry they're
last Thanksgiving I spent with my girlfriend's family. Was the last? Yeah, it was the last one. They made tortas. Do you know what tortas?
getting.
Just absolutely delicious. It's like a sandwich, a turkey sandwich with just all this deliciousness inside.
And they sometimes they use a
oh,
specific bread, and you can actually
Yes.
dip that bread into
it
the
has
soup.
to be a specific bread. I don't know what it's called. I should know.
Sometimes they interchange tortas for just sandwiches in general, but it is a specific sandwich with a specific
Yeah.
bread.
And it's
miss
just
those.
delicious. You guys have to look that up.
And in the Latino culture, they love to make tamales
Yeah.
for the holidays.
For Christmas, we're gonna all. It's like a family thing. We're gonna all gather around and make tamales. They're gonna be delicious.
Oof.
A lot of different ones. Anyway, what are you doing for the holidays?
Well, my sister is having a baby at the end of January, so instead of
Congratulations.
going home and visiting, thank you. Instead of going home and visiting Virginia, where a lot of my family is currently, thanks, Rukil. Rukil is not the father, no. So, I decided that I'm probably going to stay here. I was maybe going to spend some time with some family in Utah,
Cool.
but I've traveled so much these past
Yeah,
couple
you
weeks,
really
I think
have.
I just need to just chill out. I also had an opportunity to go to Toronto, but I regretfully turned that down because of just timing and everything. I needed to just chill and also focus on tanks because being gone for a lot of November, you guys had a whole qualifier without me. I felt kind of bad, but I had this whole trip after China for Korea planned that I got to see World of Tanks in Korea. And that was really cool to see because the people, it was packed, man. It was so packed. I didn't get to meet the World of Tanks girls there, unfortunately. But I know they
You
wanted to
mean
meet me.
they didn't get to meet you, Clutch?
I know, they didn't get to meet me either. But I'll make it happen one day.
They'll make it happen.
That's right. Well, it looks like we're going to be on Mines. We got about 90 seconds left for these players to get ready here. Mines is a map that I have loved to have seen the evolution of the type of play that each of these teams have
Really?
brought.
What type of play have we seen
Oh,
in
well,
the past?
Team Bison is what we saw back with the Cazadores.
Uh-huh.
But yesterday we saw a really good push down the water side that was a bit of a gamble by the 1390s going that route, but proved to be very effective because they swept in from east to west. And Randall, I know you're detailing something right now for Mines. Your thoughts on this map?
Well, I know what Clutch wants to see. Clutch wants to see
Let's see it. Oh,
this.
East side!
East side play.
no.
Just like this.
Say it
Push
isn't
up,
so.
push up the mid, push up the east side. Clutch wants to see that, but you could just push forward and you win. And
I like
and
what-
that is how you counter out east side play.
I like the western play that was brought yesterday, though. That was really
just
cool.
like right down the one line. Yeah, that's solid.
The
Oh,
third
you were not
13
drawing
the
anymore.
The two 1390s. Two
They need to
1390s.
tell you, obviously. But
Yeah.
the west side can be good, but a lot of times I feel like it has a hard stop, and normally it goes into center control versus west side. And I agree, there's a
It can
lot.
be stopped. Yeah.
It can, yeah, like, where do you really progress? I think the Cazadores did it best with sending a T1 all the way out, being super bold, and just putting it in a very defensive position over in... Actually, let's go to your screen for the telestrator
well, I'll
again.
have to go back to it. I just.
Do it quick.
Hang on. I'm up.
Quick.
I'm up.
Okay, so there's a T1 position. Go ahead and... Do you remember the game?
Which one? You
Wh-
talking about
it's-
H1?
No, it's going to be... If I'm starting north side, it's going to be H4, H5-ish, around there.
Oh,
No,
right
no,
there.
J4, J5.
J4, J5. Right there.
down a little bit.
No, I think this is the rock you're talking
Oh,
about.
the T1
Yeah, yeah,
spot.
you're
There's
right,
T1 that
you're
can
right.
spot there, and he spots out like that, but this one has better view over there. and
Well, what it does is proxy spots. It's not going to get killed, and then you can actually circulate your 1390s around your light tanks around. But
then there's a little good spot right there. as
Well,
well.
let's find out what these teams are going to bring, though, guys, because it looks like the countdown's almost over for Mines. Battle number 1 between Doge Squad and T32 Best Tier 8 2013.
we got a T32, T69, 3 1390s against T32, 2 T69s, and 2 1390s. So you can see the differences. A 1390 for a T69. Red sign, T32 Best Tier 8 2013.
T32 is being brought on both sides here. Relatio proved to be very effective yesterday in that T32.
So how do you even root for someone in this battle? Because yes, it is T32 Best Tier 8 2013. They're clearly pandering to you, like very clearly. But at the same time, it's Reddit on the other side.
And they post cat pics.
And
It's tough.
so
In
many
tanks.
cat picks.
Sometimes there's so many pros and cons for both sides. You just simply have to make a decision and live with it.
Ugh.
Which, by the way, Reddit told me how to pronounce Cognic Rasnik's name.
Cognic Rasnik.
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 We're always like Rasnake or something.
Okay.
or-
Well, thank you,
or
Reddit.
Rasnik, yeah.
And COD takes a hit to the back here in his T69. He's going to pull right behind the rocks, and the T1 did get spotted, and a couple shots did ring against him. Sublime Banana was the one that got hit. But he's going to stay alive for some proxy scouting, as the rest of the blue team's going to have a spread up to the north. Same for the red team.
COD, get the shot.
Oh,
He gets it.
beautiful.
Snake that shot.
Oh, but he looks like he's down to 8,
Yep,
67.
took another hit, and that T32 looks like Felatio was able to strike against him.
Yeah. Felatio, an amazing player. He's always performed well for the T32 Best
Oh.
Tier 8.
Of course he's Felatio. Of course he's going to perform well.
And he got hit just on the top here, close to
Uh-oh.
the ammo compartment.
Mr. Church is spotted out here all the way on the west side. They have two 1390s on the island over here on the bottom left. Right now, cornered up in H2. They haven't yet confirmed if there are any tier 8s over here on the west, the island, not the island, the lighthouse. So they are being a little bit prudent to move forward. If they knew it was just a T1, obviously they would be a little bit more aggressive. Right now, a very defensive stance, as we can see. Just moving back, you can see Cool Hammer and Uper Litchi are just trying to get shots down that lane in the center. Ooh, connecting on Warshock down to 592 in his T32.
He is getting lit up. He's going to have to back out here. Trying to get up that hill is going to be too slow for this T32. And now at a bit of an angled slope, he's not going to have any good shots for anyone poking around those rock corners. And he's fallen back. This is going to be an HP value win for T32 Best Tier 8, even though they're down one tank so far with the battle at 7 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Don't forget they've also kind of won the battle in the east. Soundscream in the T1 Cunningham is only at 17 hit points, whereas Backstas is a little bit more healthy. So only a few scarce hits actually have to connect with Soundscream for there to be T32 to bring themselves back into this as far as T1s.
The problem right now I see for the red team, T32 Best Tier 8 2013, is the fact that they haven't done a lot to actually advance their position. Yes, it's great to have these HP trades, but what do you do with this advantage right now? And so far, they're idle for 3 minutes. They haven't moved. They've taken very defensive positions, and they're still 80% of the map to cover.
Well, a surprise attack from through the east side, actually, Clutch. There will be 3 1390s, I believe, pushing right around the east. T69 covering them from the hill. Beru's Wolf and Tech9 have gotten out in the open. Backstab spots them, and shots will go out. Uperlichi unable to connect with the first, the second, onto Tech9, 875 hit points.
What is going on? Beru's now going out into the middle, 852, and tracked right now, and he's not burning his kit down to 597. Backstab makes sure that he's still going to be lit up, but now he goes down to COD, who's on top of that hill. Will there be any more shots? Beirut's still a little bit lit, but now he goes dark.
He moves up to the north side at 597 of 1100. Tech9 covers his retreat as
All right.
Koenig.
I'm sorry, they're starting to flex their muscles right now. They said, okay, we got a couple of shots on those 1390s. Let's really take it to them. They're starting to formulate over in the center, and Uperlichi is still going to be from behind to make sure that any 1390 rotations into the center won't be, obviously backstabbing them. They see Soundscreen all the way over on the east side, but now the center control will be given to T32 Best Tier 8 2013.
And this is what I was talking about before. You notice your opponent is in the east, you just push right up the middle.
Yep.
You find whatever tanks are there, and you can completely waste them very quickly, especially with the health point lead like this.
Oh, yeah.
Fellatio putting the first shot to Warshock, only one more shot should finish him off. Actually, maybe two, depends on the rolls Fellatio gets.
And now things are getting a little bit crazy. Uperlichi now going to back up. He knows Beirut's Wolf is upcoming along with Tech 9. Now the cap has been started, but this T69 can take out this 1390, although they're going to go past him. Uperlichi is tracked currently. He needs to get down, but maybe he can't. No, he's going to go down so fast. Holy moly, 1390 is going to be on cap very momentarily. Can they put shots out on the hill?
You're getting a couple hits from the hill onto Tech 9, but he moves behind the rocks. Beirut's Wolf and Koenig are close enough they could go for the flag cap, but they will be way too exposed. Each of them less than 500 HP on their shots. Fellatio is getting lit up here from Tech 9, takes another hit. That T32 in the slow crawl across the map. But here comes the other push from the 1390. The turrets were focusing on the T32, allowing Explosion Man and Agamemnon to move up. Even though Agamemnon's at super low HP, Explosion Man gets a cleanup kill, and now only one Tyrese left alive. That's Koenig. And he's going to be on the run. One more hit, 72 HP from the T32, gets the shot. And Cool Hammer tries to line it up, but no, Koenig is able to get out of there fast.
Looks like he is clipping, maybe? No, maybe not. He just didn't have the shot. But this 1390 shouldn't be able to get away. I mean, they're starting to encircle around the bottom left-hand, the bottom left-hand position of the map. And, well, life isn't much longer for our blue player. They still need to take out Mr. Church, but he's relatively easy in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. More than enough time to take out both these tanks.
Koenig gets hit and he falls. Mr. Church, last one left, all the way to the north, is going to be on the Heidi Peekaboo section right behind this building here at Alpha 5. He's going to wait to see if they're going to try to search for him or go for the flag cap, but at this time it's pretty essential to go for the flag cap here. You don't want to be on the chase too long. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. This is going to be a game number 1 going into the favor of T32, best tier 8 2013.
Nice controlled aggression, seeing the east side push, as you were saying, Rootkill, and then from that, realizing that they have an overmatch in the center, and they just go for the win. I love that. On top of that, they were able to get great positions. I know you talked about those same exact positions in your clan wars that you used to do back in the day. And that led you to like a disgusting 100% win rate until you weren't there.
100%. We went for a pretty long time not losing. There's that.
So it's really I mean, you can see that they've taken a page out of the Rootkill handbook.
That's a good handbook to have on you at all times. T32 best tier 8 2013 finishes it up by taking out Mr. Church, and that is going to be a battle number 1 over on mines.
A lot of times I would say it's very passive play, but no, it's very patient play over here on the side of T32. I mean, having that honed aggression, knowing when to pull the trigger, these are the things that we look for in a team that deserves to be in WGLNA or Gold League.
I really liked how the T32 pushed out. Fellatio was taking a lot of hits, but that allowed those 1390s to push in. Even though Agamemnon had really, really low HP, he did help in that firefight, and that was the difference, really, of having that bait of that T32 with its high armor value and high HP value to absorb a lot of those shots. Well done by T32 best tier 8, showing once again this tank has no cons, especially in a team fight.
Were the T32s really the highest performing, though? Let's find out. Let's take a look. It looks like, no, they weren't.
They don't have to be,
I'm so
as long as they
sorry.
get the job done.
It's the soft stats that we don't get to see. Let's take a look. Potential damage received, 1,040. That's okay. It's not bad. Let's take a look at the other T32. 1,600. Not bad.
Well, the thing is, Fellatio is so good that he doesn't actually get hit. He actually jukes those shots with his T32. He's so amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
You see the
That's the power of the soft stat
deflector shields,
T32.
Andre. They don't count as hits because they deflect off the shields.
It's soft stats, baby. It's soft stats.
I'm going to miss you, Greetorp. This is
You know when it comes down?
Great.
Okay, so this happens with me in T32s all the time. Okay, it actually ruins my IS3 percentage because if I'm ever facing a T32, most likely they're in hold down position. Okay,
If they're an intelligent human being, of course.
of course. And what am I going to go for if they're in hold down position? Of course, the group lot, right?
the hatch.
The hatch.
Hatch.
You got to go for the hatch. And if I focus on the hatch, that means if I go a little bit down, I'm hitting turret, bouncing. If I go a little bit up, I'm missing. So a lot of times you're aiming for this T32. Half the time you're bouncing, half the time you're missing. And that like 1% you're actually hitting the hatch.
Yep.
Obviously.
But when you hit that 1%, the T32 goes, oh no! And he backs up a bit. And you may lose some DPM that could happen across the way.
And excellent players like Clutch, he's going to jiggle a little bit, right? You love
That's
to
right,
dance.
man. That's
You
right.
love to dance. And then how can I possibly hit that hatch? Because now I have to worry about left and right.
It's just like in the ring, man. You just got to dodge a little bit of bob and weave, and then you give a, hey, how you doing, right in the front. And that's how you're able to play the T32.
Jab, jab, cross jab,
That's right.
hook,
That's right.
uppercut.
Sometimes you got to go for the 1-2 combo, sometimes the 3-4, man. I love watching that gif of Muhammad Ali when he's dodging all those punches, and he just does a little shake at the end. That's right. Next map's going to be on Cliff, and we have one battle in favor of T32 Best Tier 8 2013 versus the Doge Squad. Can't count out the Doge Squad yet because they were a well-qualified team to make it through here, and they have performed very well to make it to this, make it this far in the semifinals. But can they win it out? Tech 9 and the 1390 is going to still rock it out, and don't want to count him out either. We've seen some good plays from him during the week. But
Just like I did for the last team, Victoria's Secret, I am putting T32 Best Tier 8 2013 way ahead, actually.
3-0.
Yeah, I
3-0.
think it's going to be another 3-0 because, I mean, I don't think Doge Squad are bad. I think actually they're playing very, very well. But the patience that I saw and also the honed aggression, that is something that we don't see in a lot of teams. And I think that's going to come to really, really just be a huge boon to T32. And of course, they're T32 Best Tier 8 2013. I mean,
it's in the name. It's in the name.
they have so much positive aura going into them that for them to lose, that's like winning the lottery right there.
I know.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. There has to be so much
Astronomical
bad
odds.
karma. And we all know Reddit is filled with good and bad karma.
A lot.
A lot of
both.
bad karma.
Let's
A lot
go
of
ahead
bad
and
karma.
jump into battle number 2, T32 Best Tier 8 2013 versus Doge Squad.
Seriously, this team panders to you so much.
I know.
T32, T32, T69, two 1390s on the side of Doge Squad. On the other side, we got two T32s, a T69, and two 1390s. Mirror matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Even the 20mm Hispano-Susas. We got the 105s on the T32s
Yep.
for T32 Best Tier 8 2013.
And
We got a 105 and a 90 mil on the other side for Doge Squad.
I like the higher damage output, but Randall does bring up a good point of faster fire, more accurate, and higher penetration.
I think the 90 mil should be chosen over the 100. But in this case, since there are two T32s, maybe I like the 100 mil a little bit better.
You like the 90 because you get those headshots
I like the 90
more
if there's four
consistently.
1390s.
You're
I
going to
think-
win in a straight-up fight with the 90.
No,
You're gonna
I
out
understand.
DPM your other T32. You're going to pen easier, and you're just going to be more accurate. I understand that you could want Alpha. Oh, Tech 9 taking a shot, but Explosion Man takes one as well.
Tech 9 actually misses both of his hits. That shot rang true for Koenig, and now Explosion Man 007 is going to pull back here. Where's the rest of the red team?
T32s are slow tanks, okay? you need to
They're
you need to calm
sufficiently
down.
fast tanks, Andre.
Okay. I'll give it to you guys.
All right, Mr. Church is going just north of the eastern approach. Not going to see anything yet. This looks like a western play coming out of the donut here from
I
T32.
love it, man. I love it. And now Uperlichi gonna ring around the rosy, and he gets great shots. T32 Warshock is gonna be fired upon. First shot misses. Second shot will connect. And now Warshock taking a lot of damage. Uperlichi gonna back up from here. I love that. Forces a missed shot now. Gonna be able to put in his last shot. Great job from Uperlichi.
Somebody paid Doge Squad's power bill because they are getting lit up. T32 with 1 HP just around the corner. One more shot from Valacio, and he's going to get it. Sublime Banana and his T32 is holding off against the T69 of Bahoo's Wolf. Valacio, however, is taking a lot of damage, and the T69 is going to get that cleanup. But Sublime Banana is a 2-on-1, and he's trying to stay in the fight. Explosion Man 007 moving in against Bahoo, and Bahoo's Wolf falls. Koenig now on the run.
I like this Uperlichi coming in now. He's not fully loaded just yet, but he will be soon. And what this does is puts a lot of pressure on Tech 9. He's going to actually stay on Kong's tail, or Koenig's tail.
Koenig's going to be reloaded first. That is the better choice. He's going to take him down before he gets a chance to reload.
I don't think he is. And Koenig, or did you say Koenig or Uperlichi?
Uperlichi's going to be able to take down
Yeah,
Koenig.
okay. Obviously.
Guys,
now that we
nice
see it.
shot from him. Mr. Church again, the last one left alive in the T1. He gets tracked. One more shot's going to take him down. Uberlichi from downtown may be able to get him.
Look at this gloriousness. I mean, with that whole attack going on, we also have 2 T1s on cap. This is beautiful. Exactly what we saw from Victoria's Secret. Multi-purpose, multifaceted, winning the battle with 2 win conditions.
T32, best tier 8 2013, takes battle number 2. They're 1 battle away from joining Victoria's Secret in the finals for qualifier number 2 of the Gold League for Season 3 of WGLNA. And those 1390s with their consistent fire, along with the 2 T32s focusing down on one of the T32s, which was COD. COD fell to 600 and something HP very quickly.
Yes.
And that shut down that front wall for the Doge squad, allowing the rest of the T32 team to move around.
Looking at this battle, it's very basic, I would say, if you want to analyze it. It's the 1390 Uperlichi going over the west side, where Doge Squad just gives up the west side altogether. And it's very hard to have a successful brawl. Yes, they committed all the way over the hill, but you're up against T32s that will get first shot, and T69s need to reload. It's hard to go for a brawl with T69s. You want to actually spray a little bit and have people cleaning up. That's why they're great with IS3s, with 5100s, but with 1390s, that's when things get a little bit dicey, because you need 2 rounds for sure, and you're in the thick of things. It's hard to do that. So I felt like Uperlichi staying over on the west side, being able to put in those beautiful shots along with the T69 also on the west side. You had a case where you can have great crossfire and the T32s will stay alive because you just don't have the rounds to take out 2 T32s, a 1390, and also close the distance on a T69 and 1390.
Randall, your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with everything Andre said. You pointed out perfectly.
You've pretty much covered everything.
You covered all of
sorry.
it, Andre. No,
No,
really good job. It shows how far you've come as a caster
Thanks,
for World of
brah.
Tanks.
Thanks,
You just can point out everything that counts.
Yeah. I mean, you always have to look at that. What's your firepower relative to your opponent's hit points? And if you see 2 T32s on the floor, that commitment, the normal commitment that we see where if you take west side, there's that center push, that won't work because you don't have the firepower. The T69 needs time. It needs finesse. You don't have that ability if you just derp all the way over and then go for the engagement.
We have 90 seconds left until we're ready for battle number 3. It's going to be on Himmelsdorf. I know Greetorp was trolling me a little bit earlier about the east side play, but I'm actually going to I'm going to throw down the gauntlet and say
I'm respecting the east side on this
west side. I'm going to say west side push.
West side, best
I'm
side.
going to say west side, best side.
Wow,
yeah,
side.
I'm going to actually, I think it's going to be a full-on aggressive style coming out of T32. They want to close this out. They want to get ready for the finals, and I think they can do it.
Okay, I'm going to say T32 best tier 8 2013 goes up the center. And
Courtyard play?
Yeah, courtyard play, and they're going to be up against northwest play from Doge Squad.
Okay.
Predictions, Rookhill?
Well, I think Doge is on the south.
No.
Yeah, I think Doge is on the south. So what you're going to see is
Well, that would
T32 in the
mess things
northwest.
up. Of course.
Yeah, that would mess things up because
Yeah.
the north to south courtyard play I really don't think is as strong as the south to north courtyard play.
Yeah.
I like the positions better. It
That's
feels
why
safer.
that's why the north side's going to push the west better because they have that train station.
They do
back
well.
up.
They could defend certainly the west better, but the push isn't that bad either. I mean, I feel like it's either way. It's just you have a lot more. The better defensive positions in the north make it so the south can fail harder. But when you actually make that push, if you get far enough, it doesn't really matter.
You know what I love about Christmas?
What?
Hickory Farm summer sausage.
I don't know what that is.
Popped right into my mind for some reason.
You are very hungry.
I am incredibly hungry.
Clutch, we're going to go
I'm
out
so
to dinner
hungry,
after
I have
this.
tears in my eyes.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and jump into the game, guys, because I'm hungry for some World of Takes action. It's going to be on Himmelsdorf. Battle number 3, T32 Best Tier 8 2013 versus the Doge Squad.
You're right, Rookhill. South side is Doge Squad, north side, T32. We have 2 5100s and 3 IS3s against the same lineup, 2 5100s. 3 IS3. So I'm going to change my ideas real quick. I'm going to say Doge Squad going to the southwest, and we're going to have T32 Best Tier 8 2013 going over to the east side. He'll play. Call it right now, Clutch.
Gauntlet has been thrown down. We're going to find out what's going to happen here. And Koenig, how did you pronounce it?
Koenig Rasnik.
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 Koenig Rasnik. Sounds like a very fine alcohol.
Well, the way I had to like look it up was I had to go to YouTube. I searched Rasnik, and some guy had a project where he ended up saying his name as a part of some kind of submission to a contest,
Oh, cool.
and that was it. Like that was it. He was just a Southern guy, and he said Rasnik.
Get that east play perhaps for Hillside, but also monitoring the alleyway. But Soundscream and the rest of Doge Squad are over to the, what direction is that, Greek Torb? West.
West side, best side.
Yeah.
I
Well,
called
I
it.
don't think
I called
think
it.
I know. I don't think they're going to push up at all. They're going to play very defensive here for
Well,
the first 5 minutes.
It definitely hurts them that they lost their T1 down Tank Alley. Tank 9 really misplayed that. He needs to stay alive. Now they don't have a good board over. Or do they? Where's the other T1? Is he rotating over
The
to
T1 is
to the
Bahoo's Wolf,
east?
and he's over leaving the hill and now
Good.
going towards the Tank Alley side.
Good, good. That is correct. You need some tank over there at Tank Alley, making sure that there's no funny shenanigans. Now, I don't think any west side pushes are necessarily the strongest moves right now, and they're going to reveal themselves, and this is just a simple kind of finagling of their tanks. They're just going to make sure that they have the crossfires and wait so that there has to be more position to be fought for. And watch this. I think T32 best tier 8 2013 is just going to crush this incoming push.
Well, first shot does go out onto COD. He takes a really solid hit from an IS3. He's down to 10:45 now. So there's a small lead already, a small advantage going to T32 best tier 8 in this fight.
COD seems to be he is the one that keeps dying first or taking a lot of damage first. Vallejo, he does bounce, and he takes a hit from Soundscream. Another double hit volley from COD, and he misses a shot against Vallejo.
Yeah, really, really tough. I like what we're seeing, by the way. T1 Sublime Banana. He's going to go for that flag cap. Eventually, he's being very comprehensive with how he pushes down. But let's take a look and find out how this engagement actually turns out. 5100 still need to get all the way over to the side. They've met up. Just to be careful in case there is any Tank Alley play. I love that because there could have been surrounds from two different areas. IS-3s just lining up on the D line, making it very difficult for their opponents to push on forward. And Vallejo, God, he knows how to play his tanks.
He does, and coming across the way to the IS-3s, pushing in. COD gets another hit against Vallejo. He almost falls, but he's at 306 HP versus COD's 590. 206 on COD. Vallejo unable to get that last shot. Warshock shuts it down. Agamemnon in the IS-3 takes down COD. Soundscream pushing up against Agamemnon, and an explosion, man. The T1, Bahoo's Wolf, is able to see the rest, but here comes the other side, the flank from behind, and Mr. Church is in trouble.
Yes, he is. Uperlichi moving on up. 2 missed shots, though, from Uperlichi. Now we'll finally get the cleanup kill. Explosion Man going to go down here pretty soon. Not before taking out Soundscream, but still looking good for our red team. T32 best tier 8 2013 now cleans up the last 5100, and it's just one single IS-3 against two 5100s and an IS-3. Agamemnon is going to tank the initial damage, but two 5100s, heck, they can fire all their shots.
Uperlichi going for the block on Agamemnon, but not quite going to cover him. And there, Agamemnon will go down now. Two 5100s actually have to wait for their reloads.
It doesn't even, they can wait for their reloads. It does not matter because this IS-3 will not be able to burst down both these tanks. There is cap pressure, though, from red and blue team, as we can see on the top. And I think they're just going to back from here. Uperlichi, remember, he did waste 2 shots in the beginning stages. That could have been it to take out Warshock right now. But he's staying with it. Man, that was a very long reload from the IS-3.
Well, it doesn't exactly have the fastest fire rate, so.
Uperlichi at 630 now takes another hit. He's one shot away.
There he
Going to
goes.
destroy Warshock, but he's one shot away from destroying Warshock, and he does. Only Bahoo's Wolf is left alive, and Backstracks trying to get to him with 48 seconds left on the other side to cap. There's a 7-second window where a draw could happen, but that's not going to be the case. T32 best tier 8 2013 is going to the finals for qualifier number 2 of season 3 of the Gold League for WGLNA. A 3-0 again. Greek Torp accurately predicted it, and we're going to go into the finals with 2 teams that 3 of their opponents.
Really nice. I mean, they've definitely shown outclassing their opponents in both of these semi-final matches. What's to happen in the finals, I really don't know. I'm going to put Victoria's Secret slightly ahead, though. I think this is going to be much closer, but the first battle will really give me the indicators. In this battle in particular, the strategy of Doge Squad just did not make sense. You're pushing up the west side, the 3 line, it's so difficult. Yes, you see an IS-3 over in Tank Alley, meaning you have the overmatch, But that west side is such a tough position to really conquer. If you want to do a correct west side push, in my opinion, you need to be all the way over on the train tracks and coming up for the cap or the screen on the cap and playing it out like that. And even there, it can get a little bit dicey. It's not necessarily advantage for you. Maybe it just depends on the I guess the reaction of T32 Best Tier 8 2013.
We have a replay ready showing the engagement as we saw between those two different tanks. And the IS-3 Valacia just holding back here, waiting for the rest of the tanks to push in. The other IS-3s trying to get some lockdown hits. They do. Valacia does take a lot of damage, but it's within good cause because he's able to allow the other IS-3s from his opponents to get just massacred on the offset and allowing enough time for the 5100s to come around for the flank.
Now, this should remind us of another match that we saw in Season 2 between Wreak Havoc and Fulcrum Gaming. Now, the approach was from the east instead of the west, but it's the same situation. You've got this, everyone is packed into one little area. One tank's on the outside of it, but you've got enemies on both sides. A beautiful crossfire. There's nothing you can do about it, and too many tanks jumping on an IS-3 who was able to stay along far longer than he should have. This is the same kind of reaction that defeated Fulcrum Gaming. We're seeing it here. Doge Squad making a very similar blunder against T32 Best Tier 8 2013.
Has to be honed aggression, and pushing up that west side can only be done when you have some other trigger, or you need to be a little bit safer. That 3 line is so scary. You have to say, yes, I'm taking a lot of position, but what does this accomplish? What is the ultimate goal? I'm already down to T1. Capping is going to be a lot weaker. So I think they have to reassess their advantages and their disadvantages and play accordingly.
Well, we're going to take a break as we get set up for the finals of T32 Best Tier 8 2013 versus Victoria's Secret. Don't go anywhere. It'll be the last time to send in your bets as well for the finals. You're watching the WGLNA Gold League Qualifier number 2.